The day started out and things were quite sad. Kylie Mae Frame had to stay in her pad. But someone was coming who would soon help her cause, who'd make sure she'd break no child restraint laws. Kylie Mae Frame looked out at her car. She said,
I cannot drive near, I cannot drive far. I'd like to go shopping for bread that's whole wheat, or go to the zoo to hear birds that go tweet. I feel sort of sad for the friends I can't meet. How do I put Sadie in her child's safety seat? Oh, what can I do? Where can I go? There must be some way to have Sadie in tow. But I have no instructions, no way to know. All I can do is watch Sadie grow. I'd love to learn all about child restraint. If only I could be taught what's good and what ain't.
And just as she spoke, as if in reply, came the quite dramatic entry of a very strange guy.
I know I can help you, Kylie Mae Frame. Working together, safety seats we can tame. For I am the best child seat expert you'll meet. That's why they call me Safety Seat Pete. I may seem bizarre, but don't be wary. Who are you expecting, Mike Myers or Jim Carrey?
Oh, Safety Seat Pete. I'm so glad you're here. Perhaps you can ease my trepidation and fear? I want to be sure I hook Sadie in right. I do not want to drive in a constant fright.
Come along, Kylie Mae, and please bring Sadie. We'll make sure she grows into a fine young lady. To protect your young tyke in a car or a van, think ahead, learn the rules, read up, have a plan. Infants until at least 1 year should never be riding unless facing the rear. 20 pounds or under, doctors agree that child should be facing the back, you see? Max child weight varies from seat to seat. Keep kids rear facing till that max they meet. The seat should recline at a comfortable tilt. 45 degrees, that's how the seat's built. How will you know when the seat angles less? Your child's development, that is the test. Can he or she hold their head up on their own? Then angle it less for maturing neck bones. Pull the harness straps tight like a bug in a rug, at or below the child's shoulders, snug like a hug. Tighten the straps to lay flat on the chest. The snugger they fit, you'll protect the child best. Use the car's seat belt to hold the seat tight, not to move when you pull it as hard as you might. Just when you think you've figured it out, your little tyke will have started to sprout. As she gets bigger, turn the seat round. Use the harness slots when you belt the seat down. Check that the seat standard guidelines it meets before you use it on roads and on streets. Front-facing seats are for children who weigh at least 20 pounds and aged 1 year, okay? When up to 40 is your child's weight, they still must travel in a quite restrained state. To keep this child safe from harm, attach the harness clip at the pit of the arm. Use the harness straps at or above the child's shoulders. This will ensure that the seat snugly holds her. Just as in school, read the directions to install correctly and pass all inspections. Whoops, she went and did it again. They grow inches and pounds, you never know when. She grew and she grew, a new seat she'll need. Don't skip the booster, experts agreed. Use a lap and shoulder belt to secure. Both are needed to protect and assure. The lap belt should fit low and tight, across the thighs if you're doing it right. The other should rest across the shoulder. You could adjust the clip for a child who's older. Never, ever, I repeat, don't you dare. The belt must never go back behind there. Behind the back or under an arm. This should raise your internal alarm. Today's kids like fashion, lucky for us. There are low backs and high backs, style's a must. If your car's back seat is below your child's ears, you'll need a high back to alleviate fears. Last but not least, it's a habit they oughta keep doing till they have their own son and daughter. To buckle up when they ride or drive, then to teach their friends to arrive alive. Children taller than 4'9" should buckle with belts to stay safe and fine. The knees should bend comfortably over the seat. It's okay to have some dangling feet, but their backs must be snug to the back of the seat. Lap and shoulder belts can't be beat. The lap belt should fit low across the thighs, keeping safety in mind and your eye on the prize. Shoulder belt, where to put it? Across the center of the shoulder to fit. Remember, she's safest in the back seat. The protection she gets there is really quite neat. I hope you've been listening all of this while. Now you can drive Sadie around in high style.
Yes, Pete, I listened, and I feel so much better. I'll follow these instructions right down to the letter.
I then must go now, Kylie Mae Frame. There are others to teach, too many to name. I must teach child safety. That is my beat. That's what it's like when your safety seat beat.
Now I know all about child restraint. And now I realize brain surgery, it ain't. Keep your baby in back in the right sized seat and make sure that the straps are all nice and neat. Then buckle your own belt. Never tempt fate. It's you your children will imitate. If I can learn child restraint, anyone can. That safety seat Pete, he was a quite helpful man. But was Pete a man? He had no human feature. Could he be some sort of fanciful creature?
So Kylie Mae Frame drove off with her child's safety seat no longer beguiled. And Pete, though neither Jim Carrey nor Mike Myers, sure made things safer for life on 4 tires.